Amidst the rolling waves of this turbulent world, there are places of pure stillness, far beyond the cycle of fame and profit. High atop a mountain peak, shrouded in eternal clouds, legend tells of an ancient temple. There, beneath a 1,000-year-old Bodhi tree, sat a wise monk who had attained enlightenment. It was said his mind was as still as an autumn lake, and his wisdom as bright as the full moon, seeing through all human suffering. He sat there, eyes closed, yet seeing the entire universe. His gentle breath merged with the earth and sky. He waited patiently for lost souls to find their way to his light. But the path to truth is never smooth. It is a winding, rugged road of stone, testing the human heart, reserved only for those who truly yearn to change their destiny. One day, a young man, carrying the fire of great ambition in his heart, traveled thousands of miles to reach this place. His steps were heavy with the dust of the road, yet his eyes burned with fierce belief. Stepping through the temple gates, the silence here stood in stark contrast to the chaos in his mind. He looked upon the old monk as a drowning man looks upon a lifeline. With deep reverence, the young man bowed low. In that moment, the arrogant ego of youth seemed to bow before the majesty of a true master. He spoke, his voice trembling with desire. "Master, I hear you hold the secrets of prosperity. I wish to become the wealthiest merchant in the land. Can you grant me this wish?" The wise monk slowly opened his eyes. There was no judgment in his gaze, only boundless compassion. He smiled. "Everything in this life has a price. Are you willing to pay it to exchange for your dream?" Time seemed to stand still. The young man held his breath, listening. Every word from the old sage rang like a temple bell, piercing deep into his soul. "I am willing to do anything," the young man declared. "I want to hold diamonds and pearls in my hands. I want the world to look up to my success." The monk's nod was as light as the breeze. "Very well. I will not give you gold or silver, but I will give you the source from which all gold and silver is born." The monk's hands, wrinkled by time, gently took the rough hand of the young man. A silent transmission of wisdom began to flow. "Look closely. This is the first treasure. The world calls it time. It is more brilliant than any diamond, yet it is invisible, and it slips away so easily. Every moment you breathe is a diamond falling from the sky. If you do not catch it, it vanishes into the void. A wealthy man is one who gathers every split second of life. Imagine your life as this hourglass. The sand flows without pause. Do not let it flow in vain. Turn every grain of sand into an effort, a lesson learned. And now, give me your other hand. To hold time and create greatness, you need a second treasure, harder to find than plucking stars from the sky. This is the luminous pearl of patience. It does not dazzle like a diamond, but it is soft, enduring. It is crystallized from pain and trials, just as an oyster embraces the sand to form a pearl. My son, haste makes waste. To achieve great things, your mind must be still as water. When you face hardship, look at this pearl and remember, no night lasts forever. The dawn will always come. Stand firm like a rock amidst the raging waterfall. No matter how many times the storms of life knock you down, use patience as the shield to guard your dreams. Carrying these two invisible treasures, the young man bowed in gratitude and departed. The shadows of sunset grew long, but within him a new sunrise was beginning to glow. Leaving the serene heights, he returned to the dust of the world. But this time, his baggage was no longer haste, but a steadfast spirit. In the noisy marketplace of life, where men fought for every scrap of fame, he started from zero. He humbled himself to become the lowliest apprentice. He cherished the diamond of time, while others rested in the shade of complacency. he sharpened his craft. The ticking clock was a reminder never to be idle. Through long nights by the dim oil lamp, exhaustion would set in. There were moments of loneliness when he wanted to give up, but remembering the master's words, he turned another page, learning little by little. Years passed like the wind. His hair turned gray, but his skill reached perfection. He could see the value in every stone, just as he had found the value within himself. When facing difficult customers or broken deals, anger did not rise. He clutched the pearl of patience in his heart, smiled, and resolved the storm with calm grace. Heaven does not disappoint those who try. A seed sown in good soil, watered with sweat and patience, eventually bears fruit. His empire now stood magnificent and proud. The young man of yesterday was now a legendary merchant. He sat at the peak of success, not by luck, but because he understood the laws of the universe. Holding real diamonds and pearls in his hands, he smiled, for he knew they were merely worldly possessions. The true treasures he had possessed since the day he met the monk. Looking out over the bustling city, he felt a strange peace. He realized true wealth is not just money, but the freedom to master one's own time and emotions. The young man's story is the story of us all. The wise monk still sits there, witnessing countless lives come and go. We often blame our fate, yet we let time slip through our fingers like dust. We exchange precious hours for fleeting pleasures that vanish in an instant. We want to harvest sweet fruit the moment we plant the seed, and when the first storm hits, we rush to throw away the pearl of patience to find an escape. That is why we remain where we began. Look deeply into the eyes of wisdom. The Master is telling you, do not look for miracles in distant places. The miracle lies within your own attitude. Time is fair to everyone. Patience is the cure for every wound. These two treasures were gifted to you by the heavens the moment you were born. When your soul aligns with the flow of time, and your will is as firm as the pearl, you connect with the infinite energy of the universe. Etch this into your heart. No one is stronger than time, and no wealth is greater than patience. A new day begins on the sacred mountain. The light of awakening is spreading everywhere. The opportunity to change your life is right here, right now. Hold tight to the two gems in your hands. Cherish every moment and endure until the end. May you be strong on the path you have chosen.